10. Are you ready to rock?
Mike's just 42 years old. He has a wife and children, and 2 weeks ago he was diagnosed with lung cancer. He's still coming to terms with the devastating news.
There was a side of me that knew something was going on, but couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. Quite honestly, probably my first thoughts was more along, wasn't necessarily about me as much as what's the effect going to be on my wife and kids.
Mike's one of a handful of patients taking part in the trial of a new weapon in radiotherapy. Today he's at Rush University Hospital in Chicago having a CAT scan.
And chin up, please. Good.
The images from the scan will be used by doctors to locate the tumour so they can plan the radiation therapy. One of the problems of radiotherapy is targeting the tumour without damaging the surrounding tissue. The best way to save Mike's life and reduce the pain is to map the tumour with pinpoint accuracy, then apply the radiation in the most efficient way possible. MRI and CT scans are three-dimensional, but until now, the standard way to view these images was on a two-dimensional flat screen. Instead of this, how's this? A 3D projection of Mike's internal organs. Now doctors can view his lungs from any angle without surgery.
What the device allows us to do is that we can move and walk around it and look at each of these different perspectives. And as you walk around, then you see exactly how all of this relates to its components, and if something wasn't quite right, it would be easier to pick it up.
Dr. Abrams is a radiation oncologist. His job is to destroy tumours, and this 360-degree view of his target is called the perspector.
We have the lungs represented by this light blue volume. We have the spinal cord, which is the long yellow line in the back over here.
Yep.
We have the tumor volume, which is shown in green.
Okay.
Which is in the top of the right lung here.
Armed with this 3D perspective, he can then more accurately aim radiation at the tumour. It allows him to protect healthy body tissue. So far, only 10 people have been treated using the perspector's imaging. More than half of all cancer patients require radiation treatment, and Dr. Abrams' colleague, physicist Dr. Chu, believes the perspector has enormous potential. So you can use this laser as a tool to demonstrate where the radiation beam would go.
Right. For example, the laser represents the central axis of the radiation beam.
Okay.
Now the beam can come in from different directions. If the beam were to come from here, for example, it will go through lung before it hits the tumor. So therefore, yes, we can kill the tumor cells, but then the lung tissues will be damaged. On the other hand, the beam can come through here. We can hit the tumor, but without hitting the lung. So therefore, this is a good direction to bring the radiation beam in. So this kind of device can help us to select the best angle for the radiation beam to use when we treat patients.
It works like this. The 3D image isn't hovering in thin air. It's actually a trick of the eye. It's effectively projecting 5,000 per second. The human eye can't see these cross-sections at that speed, so we see it as a 3D image. But the perspector is not only helping doctors treat tumours, it's also giving patients like Mike a clearer picture of that process. Did you think it was going to look like this?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, you can walk around this thing and get a better understanding. You know, you can't walk around a monitor and see what's going on.
Mike's case and his part in the trial may set a new benchmark for future tumour treatment.
If I can participate in something that's going to make it available to others sooner, I mean, that's an honor. It's an honor to be there.